ChatGPT is well known for giving ridiculously bad advice, so I thought what better use of water than to ask for the ultimate team to get me to champion rank in Pokemon Champions, and it did not disappoint. Now, I initially wanted to try to build one of the teams and see how bad it was, but it was way worse than I expected. I tried to get an actually decent answer by using ChatGPT's deep research. According to Gemini, ChatGPT's deep research mode is intended to, and I quote, automate extensive, multi-step web research, which is really funny because it listed 0 sources or citations. I'm not kidding. It did 7 minutes of researching, and it didn't cite a single source. Okay, so no surprise there, the AI isn't telling you where it's actually getting its information from. Shocker. But while reading through its executive summary, it actually started out pretty great by explaining weather archetypes, including how Alolan Ninetales is actually great on sun teams. GPT then goes on to actually list some pretty good Pokemon sets like Garchomp with Life Orb or Choice Scarf, Basculegion with Life Orb or Choice Scarf, and Staraptor with the Aerodactylite, and Mega Alolan Raichu Y. Okay. Now, of course, there are plenty of small issues with this list, like how it lists the EVs as 252 when in Pokemon Champions it was actually changed to just 32. But aside from that, it was actually better than I expected it to be. Now we get to the team recommendations, and this is where the real fun begins. GPT gives 5 team recommendations that it suggests, and these are something else. Of course, it starts with one of the most popular weather archetypes, which is a Sun offense team. I personally love the choice to pair Charizard Y with Alolan Ninetales. And of course, don't forget Mega Floette that you can pair with Mega Charizard Y and get your Light of Ruin boosted by the sun. Then, of course, you have your intimidating Grimmsnarl, somehow. And then I absolutely love the advice it gives you for the team. For example, it's safe to always switch in Mega Charizard Y into water types, right? And remember, you really need to watch out for those fragile grass types like Rillaboom, who are really gonna cause you trouble. Then, of course, you have the Rain offense team, where you're really gonna be relying on Politoed with Drizzle, which, that was actually correct, and then Mega Swampert with Steam Engine? When did that happen? Honestly, the more you look at this description, it just keeps getting funnier to me. Of course, looking at the sets of the Pokemon is always great because Politoed has Drizzle, which is why you also want to run Rain Dance. Sorry, I was looking through the description of the advice that ChatGPT gives you, and it's just really funny to see how some counters to this team is Electric and Electric, and you really got to watch out for those electric types to threaten your Swampert. Yeah. Honestly, I'm trying to look at the advice that ChatGPT gives you for this team. I don't know what's happening, brother. Look at it. Look at it. It's just... It doesn't make sense. What do you mean? Abomasnow can apply hail and this team lacks snow immunity? What? Hello? And what do you mean by Politoed covers ice, but King Gambit covers ice weak to Thunder Punch? What do you mean? And then obviously, it makes sense that you want to use Earthquake on a flying type Pokemon because, it's not like it's immune to that or anything. Then, of course, you have the incredible Trick Room team where 2 of your strongest Pokemon are 90 base speed and 102 base speed, which usually Trick Room teams have 60 and below, but, I'll let you cook. Now, aside from the fact that it's trying to recommend Pokemon that aren't actually legal in Pokemon Champions, then you, of course, have the incredible advice that it gives you down below. For example, you want to watch out for fast Pokemon in Trick Room, where Trick Room reverses the speed order, so the fast Pokemon are going last, but, okay, go ahead. Then, of course, you have the new rule change that happened recently, apparently, where Perish Song can remove the opposing Trick Room if needed. I don't know about that one, man. You then, of course, have the offensive Sun-Rain mix, where you don't have any Pokemon that can set up the rain, but you have Snow. Great title. And of course, the Alolan Ninetales that pairs very well with Sun teams that's totally not weak to Fire-type moves. And of course, you can't forget the Alolan Raichu, who can definitely Mega Evolve. I was reading through the advice again, and of course you could safely switch in Raichu to avoid ground-type moves with Lightning Rod. That makes so much sense, man. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. What are top players even doing? And of course you have the classic Basculegion that's immune to Ice-type moves because of Swift Swim, the ability that doubles your speed in rain, which you don't have for the team. And then we get to the final recommendation, which is the Ultimate Champion team. Of course, you have the classic pairing that ChatGPT absolutely loves, which is the Mega Charizard Y and Alolan Ninetales. And then, of course, you have a Mega Swampert that gets Swift Swim, which there's no Rain Setter on the team because you don't need that. And then, of course, you have the incredible advice that ChatGPT gives you for this team, which is much different than it did for the last. It actually gives you different matchup types that you'd love to go against, which, you know, obviously if they lead a rain team, you want to stay in with your Mega Charizard Y and just, you know, take water moves. GPT also gives you a mermaid graph, which I don't know if I'm just stupid, but I don't understand this at all. So I'll let you all decide what it means and if it's any good, which I highly doubt it is. If you've enjoyed this video and you want to support me, I'd really appreciate if you subscribe or even just like the video. I'd really love to make a lot more Pokemon content. It's just a little hard on top of a full-time job, so any support you could show, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day.